I'm Brady from the Let's Play community, and you're watching Why You Should Play. On this channel, you've seen Why You Should Play videos for some of the funnest games ever. Well now, get ready for a Why You Should Play on a game that's not even a fucking game. This is Why You Should Play, Garry's Mod. Reason number 1, you can do whatever the fuck you want. All jokes aside, that actually really isn't that much of a joke. Created as a mod of Half-Life 2, this sandbox of game actually has no point or objective whatsoever. The base game is basically an empty shell of what you want it to be. When you first load it up, you're given a couple of plane maps and all the weapons from Half-Life 2. Additionally, the game comes equipped with a spawn menu that lets you spawn every character, prop, weapon, item, and other things from Half-Life 2 or any of the other source games you have installed like Portal or TF2. And no, I don't mean Titanfall. Last but not least, the game gives you a tool gun and a menu to go with it, and this lets you change pretty much anything you can think of, like colors, sizes, characters' facial expressions, gravity, pretty much anything that you can think of. And it also lets you create shit like balloons and dynamites and lightsabers and shit. So you have all this cool stuff to play around with. What exactly do you do now? Well, that's where you take over. You can literally do anything you can think of. I mean, when I was a dumb 13-year-old kid and first got the game, all I pretty much did was spawn a bunch of friendly NPCs and just kill them over and over. But that's just the base game. The real fun of this game comes from mods. It's no surprise that this is the most modded game on the Steam Workshop. I mean, it only makes sense, right? The game's got the word mod in it. But what kind of mods are there? Actually, the Gmod mods on the Steam Workshop are split up by category, and pretty much all aspects of the game are covered here. There's maps, NPCs, player models, weapons, game saves, sounds, textures, filters, reskins, vehicles, and arguably the most important, game types. Community-created game types are huge. So huge, in fact, that it's gotten to the point where some of them have almost become games of their own. You might have heard of a few of them like Murder or Prop Hunt, but there's so many more than that. There's so many mods in general, too many for me to even begin to think about naming them all. And I mean that literally. Check this out. As of today, October 23rd, 2016, when this video is recorded, there are 954,794 Garry's Mod add-ons on the Steam Workshop. If it takes me an average of 2 seconds to name each one, then it would take me 1,909,588 seconds. That's 31,826 minutes, which is 530 hours or 22 days. So it would literally take me 22 days straight to tell you every single mod available in this game. And since videos in this Why You Should Play series generally tend not to exceed 12 minutes, that means I'd have to break it up into 2,652 videos. So if you want to know every single mod this game has to offer, you're better off just checking for yourself. If that's not enough math for you, then check this out. Let's say it generally takes about a minute to download a mod on the Steam Workshop. That's 954,794 minutes, 15,913 hours, 663 days, or just under 2 years to download everything. And that's just to download everything. Now let's say you use each one of these mods for just 1 hour, even though some of them can last you days, months, or even years. 954,794 hours is 109 years. That means this game has an average of 109 years worth of content on the Steam Workshop alone. So what does that century worth of content consist of? Well, I said it before and I'll say it again now. Anything. Absolutely anything you want. If you can think of it, there's probably a mod for it. In all honesty, it's actually pretty hard for me to tell you in detail some of the things you can do, because even if you've got a ton of mods, that still doesn't dictate exactly what you can or should be doing. For example, let's say you've just downloaded this awesome map. All that really does is just open up even more possibilities. And now let's say you've got a cool new weapon to go with it as well. Even more possibilities now. Now you got a handful of new NPCs to toss in, still even more possibilities, and it goes on and on. I mean, I would say that if you have any kind of imagination at all, you're gonna have a good time, but shit, even if you have no imagination whatsoever, you can still find a lot of fun things to do. From the most simple games like basic death matches to the more obscure activities like murdering Master Chief with a lightsaber in Hogwarts, if you can think of it, you can do it. But maybe you don't have 100 years to spend screwing around, or maybe you just aren't that into mods at all. That's cool too, because the base game without any mods is actually really fun as well. It might not take 600 days to download the entire standalone game, but I dare you to run out of things to do. Odds are it'll take you a really, really long time anyway. Even without mods, you have so many resources at your disposal. You're given a ton of props and objects and a master tool that can manipulate it all however you want. While some of these manipulations are less realistic than others, and some of them just flat out break the laws of physics, it's almost like the in-game resources let you create mods as you go. For example, let's say I'm building a house here and I want to use a purple panel, but the game doesn't have any purple paneling. Well, guess what? Now it does. Cool, right? How about this? Let's say I want to play Rocket League, but I can't afford it. Well, then I guess I'll just have to make it myself. What a save. I would say the sky's the limit, but even that's not true. See? I'm in space. I could really go on all day, but since none of us want this video to be 22 days long, I think this is a good place to start wrapping things up. So with that being said, do yourself a huge favor and go get this game. Because that is why you should play Mine, Portal, Bioshock, Halo, Potter, Call of Booty, Piano Hero, WWFC, Achievement City, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 5, League, Beer Pong, Deathmatch Party, Garry's Mod. Available December 2004.